Hello, Gigi.
Hey, Michael.
What are you up to today?
Well, I'm out in the garden because you know how some days you just feel like you got to escape and you have troubles on your mind and you don't want to think about it anymore. So when I come into the garden, I got my list of things to do, and I feel like if I focus on one thing in the garden, that takes my mind away.
Yes, it does. Yeah, definitely. I also think that it helps us, be in the moment, just be present and just enjoy what we've got and be grateful and just be thankful for what we have and just enjoy the beautiful nature.
Yes,
as well.
Absolutely. But also there are weeds, which is today what I was going to be doing. But, even pulling weeds.
Pulling weeds is a good thing, right?
It can make you feel peaceful.
Both in the garden and in our minds, right? Getting rid of the weeds in our minds as well is a great thing.
I've read, I don't know if it's true, that it helps with dementia.
Okay.
I don't know whether if you have dementia it's going to help you or it prevents it. I'm not sure.
We hope it prevents it.
We hope it prevents it. And also there's a bacteria in the soil that stimulates the serotonin in your brain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I always eat a little bit of soil. I know this sounds really strange, but whenever I, finish gardening, I sometimes pick my nails just to get them clean a little bit. And eating soil, I think, is a good thing.
I've heard about that.
It helps keep the microbiome in your gut healthy.
Right.
Yeah. So then when you have a healthy gut, you have a healthy mind as well, because there's a big axis between the stomach and the mind.
Okay, that's interesting. So, I didn't realize that, but okay, that's great. There's
you were going to tell me about this Chinese
proverb, that says, if you want to be happy for a day, get drunk. If you want to be happy for a year, get married. And if you want to be happy for life, dig in the garden.
Okay, well, I think get married is good. And I think digging in the garden is good. I'm not sure about getting drunk. But anyway, I have one proverb for you too, which is you can bury a lot of weeds in the garden.
A lot of troubles.
In the garden.
Yeah, weeds and troubles are the same thing. Right, the same exact thing. I know. You think of weeds and you pull them out and you feel better.
Yeah.
Right? So, but there are some weeds that I like because in the spring, my whole lawn is a juga.
Lovely.
So purple flowers.
Yes.
And also over here, if you look, they're all gone, but lesser celandine.
Yeah, I have so much of it in my yard too. I can't get rid of it, and I don't even want to get rid of it actually, because it's really pretty. In England, it's considered a beautiful plant. Right. Over here, it's really considered a weed.
I know, I heard that. So I let it go one year, and look, it disappears. It's an ephemeral. And so it's pretty in the spring, and then it's gone. And so the thing is, it is invasive.
It is.
Right, but when I'm mowing, or not me, but my landscaper. And also, I used to have a lot of crabgrass, but I read that crabgrass indicates a non-healthy soil, and I've been letting my landscaper mulch the leaves in the fall, right onto the grass, and I think that my soil is better.
It's better for it.
Yeah,
yes.
So I do have broadleaf here.
Yeah, I have a lot of broadleaves.
You do?
Yeah.
And I have a, what's it called? A groundhog.
Okay.
That eats it.
That's nice.
Yes.
So he's been useful in some way.
Right. So, but today, the other thing is dandelions. I don't have many dandelions. Do you?
I have quite a lot of dandelions, yes. And I actually like dandelions, and they're really a good source of nectar for the early bees. So actually they're worth leaving the dandelions.
Yeah, but then do you pull it when they get that feathery stuff?
You try to deadhead it so that then they don't spread too much.
Right, but you don't eat the leaves.
You can eat the leaves. Yes, I eat leaves and dandelion leaves in salad. Yes, they're lovely. They're a bit like arugula.
And they're good for you.
They're good for you too.
Yeah. So today helped me because I have the worst weed I think possible for the Northeast, which is the Japanese stiltgrass.
Japanese stiltgrass, yes.
Yeah.
All over. So let's go and find some.
Yeah, I have it right here.
Okay. Yep, you do.
You see? The good thing is it just pulls right out.
It comes straight up, yep. It's
there
really
it is.
easy, especially when it's little. It's easiest to get it when it's little. That's what I also find about weeds, is you try and get them when they're little and try and get them right after it's rained, because they come up easier and their roots aren't so big, so they're not everywhere.
And so now I have a place in the back to throw it, but you have to be careful. Don't throw it in a place that's going to grow again.
Yes, it'll grow again quite easily.
Okay. Yeah. It's interesting you say when it's little, because when I have a lot of it and it fills the whole backyard, then I wait till it's tall. So I can just
it comes out easily then.
It does come out easily, yeah. So you have some interesting weeds, right? You have something called a quackweed?
Quackgrass, yeah.
Oh, quackgrass?
Quackgrass, yeah. That's a really thuggish creature that just goes in amongst my perennials and it intertwines its root in my perennials. It also grows from seed and it grows from roots. So if you don't get all the roots out, even if you leave a little bit, about an inch or two, then it'll grow again.
Right.
And that's the same with bindweed. I have bindweed too that has a pretty white flower. So actually it's really quite nice when it
Is
flowers.
It a vine? Is bindweed
It's a vine, yeah,
okay.
and it comes up, but it grows from a piece of root. So if you leave an inch of root, you're going to get it back again.
Right.
And
so they're perennials.
They come back every year. I can't seem to get rid of it.
Yeah, well,
unless I dug the whole bed and sifted all the soil, and that's too much work.
It's a lot of work. But then again, here we are. It's good. One other thing, and I'd like to take you to my mugwort.
Okay, let's go and look at the mugwort.
So here is my mugwort.
Yes, this is a really invasive plant all over the Northeast.
Right, and it pulls out.
Yep.
Yeah, but I have sun here now, and this is new for me because I had a beech tree here, and the beech trees, are dying.
Yeah, the beech trees have beech leaf disease, which is affecting all the beeches in Westchester and Putnam and southern Connecticut. So here's a beech leaf that's got beech leaf disease, and you can see how it's all crinkled and being attacked by it's a nematode worm and bacteria that are in it as well. So it's all crinkling up, and these all fall off, and this tree actually has very little left in the way of its canopy. It's got a lot of leaf dieback and may have another year or two before it falls over. But it's really sad because it's a gorgeous beech tree. Yeah.
And they've made a lot of babies here.
Yeah, they've made root suckers, yes.
Right, and I've always been pulling them out, but I'm not going to pull them out anymore. Hopefully one will come back.
Yep,
but we have 36 beech trees on our property.
And they're all pretty much going to die.
Right.
Yeah, it's very sad.
So there is your...
There's my quackgrass.
Yeah.
Yep, so here's the quackgrass, so we can pull that up. We've got a lot of weeding to do here, Gigi. Let's get going.
Thank you, Michael. I always like someone to come and help me weed. That's great.
Look at that mugwort.
Yeah.
So what's interesting about this mugwort too is that I used to know some Korean friends who used to use this as a herb, right? Gigi, you've heard about that?
Well, make a pesto out of it.
Yeah. Okay, that's one thing. But they also used to take the seeds. When it flowers, it produces a lot of seeds. And they used to dry them, and then they used to burn them on someone's body as a treatment. It's called moxa treatment, and it's got some good things in it. So again, it's a weed, but it's got something valuable in it.
Well, it smells yummy.
And it smells.
It has a delicious smell. You could put it in your closet. Let it dry in your closet
and keep the moss away.
Keep the moss away and also smell nice.
Yeah.
Right. So you see, we think of weeds as what? Troubles, bad things. But you know what? It's not so bad.
No.
And
and life's not so bad either, is it, Gigi? Generally, with troubles in our mind, we get in the garden and we sort them out.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's absolutely right.
Okay, Gigi, we're here at your little moss garden. You have this gorgeous patch of moss, but that needs weeding too, doesn't it?
Right, but like you said, it's really a Zen project. You really have
to really get into this, right? And generally just pick away at it.
But it's so beautiful. I love the moss.
I think it's lovely too.
It's like a carpet. It's soft.
It's really nice.
Yeah.
And it's really good for you just to be able to sit here and just pick out a few weeds like this.
Michael, anytime you want to come and relax, please. I'm very happy to have you.
I have moss at the back of my garden too, and I sometimes do this. Yeah, let's go down to the bottom and have a look at the weeds down by your stream.
Okay.
Okay, Gigi, we're walking down into your lower garden. What have you got down here in terms of weeds?
Well, one thing that is a weed, but it's a very good weed, is the jewel weed. It comes out very, very easily, but if you take the stem and break it off, there is a kind of a sap in here. And when you get poison ivy, you rub it on. And
I never knew this, but I have tons of jewelweed.
Yep, and then and then that takes away the poison ivy.
Super. So a useful weed.
Well, we're finding many weeds are useful.
Yep.
Yeah, and sometimes, you know, they're not weeds, but they're not where things, like nature has a way of just going where it wants to go, and you don't want it to be there.
Yeah.
And so you have to pull out something
so
that isn't a weed.
So you've got some Lance Corporal flower here that's in the wrong place, so maybe it just needs to be put in with its friends over there.
Right, its friends
and you've got a Brunera over there that's just come into the path, right?
The pulmonaria,
Pulmonaria, I mean, sorry, not Brunera.
Right, we moved that.
Yep,
here's the Lance Corporal. It's really pretty. People love it, but I don't want it there. It's very tall, and in the autumn it has a red, kind of a frilly flower on top.
It's a lovely plant. That's one of my favorites.
Here.
Thank you. I'll take it home. I'll put it with my other ones.
So that's about it. I mean, certainly not it.
No, there's plenty of
weeding to do.
But everybody, get outside in the garden. Enjoy your gardens. It's good for you, both physically and mentally. Right, Gigi?
Yep. Let's go dig in the dirt.
Yep. Thank you for coming.